past weekend, the Red Bullet tour happened in Chicago, which I got to go to, which was really freaking awesome because it was my first concert really ever, and my first K-pop concert. And I'm really glad that I saw BTS first because they did just a really awesome job. So I'm just going to talk about everything we did that day pretty much. This was the start of the fun because we had BTS music blasting, and a girl had walked by. I'm not sure if she was alone or with her friends or something, but she had heard our music, which her bathroom is right next to the door of the hotel. So she was like, BTS? Kaylee and I just kind of looked at each other, we're like, what? So Kaylee went to the door and was like, this isn't BTS. And she's like, oh, sorry. And Kaylee's like, that's alright. So then the girl just left or whatever. We were just laughing, and I kind of was just like, that's kind of weird to ask if it was BTS or not, but it's in the past, whatever, but who cares. So finally, it was probably 5:30 when we were ready, and we're like, let's just go down there. We did have assigned seats, and people didn't come until like they opened the doors, which was pretty smart, but like the things that we did see and get, we were lucky to get there early. So we got there probably 5:45 or really close to the venue that we could just walk a block away. So we got there, and we were looking at the line, and we're like, it was so long because I thought it was just gonna stop at the stoplight because like here's the venue, and it was like all the way around, and then like kept going. So we went to like the corner of the back parking lot. So we were waiting there, and right as we got there, someone came up to us. We're like, you want a free banner? We're like, yeah. So she asked if we wanted a group banner or if we wanted our bias banner, and we're like, we want our bias banner. So Kaylee got Rat Monster because Rat Monster's her bias, and I got Jin, and this is what mine looks like. And it says, I'm a peach looking for my Mario. So I thought that was so cute, and it was funny because the girls that were behind us got banners as well, and one of them was Jin biased, so she had a Mario banner as well. And the girl after this girl was giving out banners was like free pins, like buttons. She said there was one Jin pin left, and she like didn't look at me, I guess, because I was like, ooh, I want one. I had sunglasses on, so it's like you can't really tell if someone's looking at you, you know. So I was like, oh my gosh, one Jin pin left, I need that. But unfortunately, she saw the girl behind me and saw her Jin poster and was like, oh, do you want this? It's the last one. And she's like, yeah, of course. So I didn't get that pin, but that's okay. It was so cute, but at least I got the banner. So we were waiting, and we were kind of disappointed that we didn't talk to anybody. I mean, we eventually did, but that was kind of later on. But we kind of just stood there, and it was freaking hot. Before we even got in line, we rounded the corner of the street light, and this girl dropped her banner. I don't know which one it was. It probably was a group one. I can't remember. But she dropped it, and I stomped on it to like stop it because it was pretty windy outside. And I don't know what happened next, because I think I just thought, oh, I'm in the street in Chicago, and it's pretty busy. And I'm like, I'm in the street and eating out. Well, I guess I flinched, and like the banner just like kind of flew away, and I was gonna go get it, but it was too late, and the cars were already going through, and I felt so bad for her, and I was like, I'm sorry, and I don't really think she acknowledged it, but I'm sorry if that was you. I'm so sorry, but anyways, so we're waiting, and I'm kind of just listening to other people talk, and it's really interesting because coming from a small town and no one knows a lot about K-pop. I've literally met like one other person that's like, oh, I've heard about K-pop, but other than Kaylee and me and just a few people that we've shown K-pop to, that's like all we know who knows K-pop. So it's interesting seeing all these army, just seeing everyone in line waiting, and it was really awesome to see people there and supporting BTS. I was just kind of listening to in everybody's conversation, talking about random stuff and whatever. And someone might have been talking about EXO, someone probably talking about BTS. It was just really interesting to hear people talk about K-pop, because we didn't really talk to anybody until later on. It was also fun seeing people dance, because they were kind of far away from us, like up in the line, but they were still dancing in like the parking lot, and that was really fun to see. People actually came around with cutout heads of BTS, and like everyone's like, look, it's BTS. So some people took some selfies and pictures of them, which was really cute. While we were waiting, people were going around selling things like t-shirts, photo books. I'm not sure if it was the album. I think it was just the photo book with just pictures and posters, and I think that was it. The t-shirts were only $10, which was like really good, to be honest. I mean, I think it was a black shirt and like just their symbol, which, I mean, it's still cool because it's a BTS thing and you buy it in Chicago or whatever. I was under the impression they would be selling more things inside. These women were selling, the same women that were selling the t-shirts were also selling the photo books, which were only $20. So again, I'm like sitting here like, what? I regret not buying anything in line because they didn't sell anything inside. So we were just waiting. She's like, oh, these are the last ones. So that didn't process in my brain about nothing's going to be in the venue. So they went down the line some more to see if anybody wanted the photo books. This guy was selling posters. I think that was $20 as well. But anyways, I'm just like, no, gonna wait till I get inside. Because, like I said, under the impression more stuff might be inside. So finally, we get up to the line, and I see all these people that are like outside the venue, like up front, and I was like, that's actually a really good idea. Why did we wait in line, you know? But then I realized, well, we probably wouldn't have gotten our banners, and I don't know. It was worth the wait in line, getting a free banner and whatever. Because on Tumblr, the blog, the Red Bullet in Chicago, I think, was like, you can donate to this, and you can get a banner, like you can reserve a banner or something. We were lucky to get a free banner. So we finally get inside, and our first priority was to use the restroom. Well, first of all, we had to find the restroom, so it didn't click that I didn't realize that it was an actual theater, because I'm used to like Wells Fargo Arena, like a stadium. This was an actual theater, like you would go see plays here. We walked inside, and like there were stairs up to like the second level, which was really cool. When we actually went to give our tickets to the person, she was like, all right, purse is open so they can check because of what happened in New York. You know, all that shit. So, literally, this is what my purse looks like. It's pretty small, so I mean, so like, it's this size. So I just went like this, and the guy came up and was like, boop, and just like left. Because I mean, like, look, it's really small. So I mean, obviously I'm not carrying anything besides wallet, phone, iPod, whatever. So that's what happened in the getting in there. But so we went to customer service to see, we're like, where are the bathrooms? They're like, oh, it's right around the corner. We're like, okay, thank you. These girls behind us, I heard them, they're like, do you guys sell merch inside? And they're like, no. So I was really confused and pissed off that they didn't do that, because I was just like so excited to be like, maybe there's more stuff inside that I can look at. Kaylee and I didn't get a light stick, which we really wanted, but we couldn't get it here in time, and they were so expensive online, so I'm just gonna buy them later on. So yeah, we used the restroom. Kaylee is like, I need water. I'm like, so do I. So $9 later for water, we found our seats, and again, it still hadn't clicked that we were in a theater for me. And we go inside, we're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just like, oh wow, it's like a theater. I don't know why it was so confusing for me, but we found them, and I was like, we are so close to the stage. Like, we were in 106, and that was freaking close, and I'm glad we got the tickets that we did, because I was really pissed off that we didn't get VIP pluses, but that's okay, because the tickets that we got were amazing, and I'm just glad we went. So, anyways, we're sitting there, I'm like, Kaylee, we're really freaking close to the stage. So I took a picture of that, and, because you couldn't, okay, here's the thing, subculture was like, you can't take any pictures and video because blah blah blah. It's really stupid because I have really bad memory, and pictures for me help to tell the story, because I did hear someone mention that if you were to take a picture of a moment, you're most likely not to remember that moment, which I can understand. Like, you're sitting here trying to take a picture and you're trying to like get it to focus, and then you take the picture and you miss that whole section of what you just missed. But honestly, like, if you just get a section of that moment, you're just like, oh, I remember that. And at least for me, because that's just how my brain works, I don't know why. So I took a picture of the stage, we took selfies, and just like freaking out. This was like probably an hour still before the concert even started. So we were sitting there, and we were seat 1 and 2, so we were right in the aisle, and we were like, where's this third person? Because it was 1, 2, me and Kaylee, empty seat, and the rest of the row, whoever they were, and we're like, where's this person? So later on, she comes over, and we're like, oh, hey, the mystery person's here. And so we started talking. She was like, where are you guys from? How'd you get into K-pop? Or I think she asked if we were from Chicago, and we're like, oh no, we came from Iowa. She's like, oh, you guys must really like BTS. So we're just, and Kaylee just kind of goes like really sarcastically, like, I think you mean love. I just find it so funny that it was so shocking to her that we came all the way from Iowa to see BTS, but it's like, nothing happens in Iowa for K-pop, and it's just a really awesome experience to see like more people liking K-pop, because I mean, I don't know anyone from Iowa besides Kaylee, a couple other people that know of K-pop, like I said earlier, that like K-pop. So, I mean, I'm sure there are more than I actually know. I've actually met someone online that lives pretty close to where I live now. It was just, I loved how shocked she was, like, whoa, you're from Iowa, what? So she explained that she went to the GOT7 fan meeting in May, and we're like, we couldn't go to that because it was so soon, and we didn't have money, and we didn't have a ride there. She said they played musical chairs. She met Mark, who's her ultimate bias, which I thought was so fun. I just love talking about K-pop to other people, because no one here knows about it, and just, it's hard to talk about it because people just kind of look at you funny, like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. My sister likes K-pop, so I felt bad that we didn't invite her. I didn't think to ask if she wanted to go. Next year, we're going. But anyways, so she had asked if her friend could stand over here, because she and 3 other people had got tickets like the day before or something, because she was like, oh, I wasn't gonna come, but now I'm going. It was like, okay, if you got that money. But her friend, 2 of her friends got to sit next to each other, but her and her other friend were separate. So she's like, is it okay if she comes dance with us? I'm like, I don't care. Like, honestly, you should have a friend with you during a concert. But she ended up standing with her friend, and we had the extra seat open, so we're just like, oh, okay. She didn't get caught, I guess. The concert is like still half an hour by, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like checking my watch, like, oh, well, 15 minutes passed, and I'm like, oh my god, Kaylee, quarter till, oh my gosh. And then it was like 10 minutes till, 5 minutes till, 4 minutes till. So like 2 minutes till, the lights started to dim, and like they had house lights for the audience. So everyone just started flipping shit, and we all stood up, and we're just like, oh my god, it's about to start. And then we're standing there like nothing else is happening yet. And so another minute passes, the lights like get dark, and everyone's flipping shit again, and we're all just standing there, and it's 8 o'clock, and I'm like, Kaylee, it's 8 o'clock, why is nothing happening? So finally, probably like a minute after 8, they started the intro video, which it was so awesome. I'm gonna cry. They just did a little thing where it's a school setup, and they were in detention. Oh, and they did the little voiceover for the teacher. They were like, all right, kids, all right, let's do roll call or something. And he listed all the BTS members. So every member he listed, everyone's freaking out and cheering and whatever. And they started the video. BTS is in the classroom, and you could see everyone in the back, and it was so cute. And like, they were like, we're not too cool for this, so we're gonna leave. So they get up and leave, and like they get their bulletproof jackets on and like grab red bullets. They're just walking through, like it's all slow motion, and everyone's freaking out, still cheering. They go back into the classroom eventually. I'm not sure what else had happened. Everything's just a blur from that point on, but they go back to the classroom and like they're looking at the teacher like, you suck, you know? And this part just makes me laugh because I just think it's so funny. They throw the bullets, like they just go and it looks like they're shooting it, you know? I just thought that was so funny. I don't know why, because I mean, someone's like, well, obviously they're not going to be using guns. I'm like, well, yeah, I get that, but I just think it's funny how they're like, because Suga, I guess, was like, whoa, and then it just went boom, you know, right into the chalkboard. And Kaylee thought it was funny that, she was like, how did the teacher get behind the chalkboard so fast? Whatever. So that, yeah, the video happened. Oh, God. And finally the lights turn off and we're all like freaking out, like, where the hell is BTS? Oh, and even before, like 5 minutes before the concert, everyone was shouting BTS, like chanting it, BTS, BTS. And I was like, I don't think they're gonna come out 5 minutes early. The lights are off and all I see are 7 figures go across the stage, and I'm like this close to crying, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, Kaylee, they're up there. Oh my gosh. So they stood there for probably a good 2 minutes just hearing us cheer for them, and like finally they start the concert. Yeah, I think they sang No and probably an intro song that I probably don't remember, or Jin Yon Hui Bangtan. I think that's, I know really bad Korean, but I think that's the song that what it was. I really can't remember either that, or maybe it was We Are Bulletproof Part 2. I know they sang that song for sure. They did 2 songs as an intro, and then they stopped, and they were like introducing themselves, and it was like the greatest moment of my life. Like this whole concert was just like it was a dream come true, pretty much. Oh, and when they go on there, they're wearing like these army jackets, like kind of like Namjoon's in Dope. I think that's what they based it off of, kind of just army, obviously army, you know, because whatever. And Jin, oh, beautiful. Everyone was beautiful. They came out, did 2 songs, and then they introduced themselves, and oh my gosh. I think Jin was just a simple, hi, I'm Jin, you know. I think Jungkook did the same. If you were at the concert and you're watching this, if you remember, good for you, because I really cannot remember what half the members did. I think Namjoon obviously was just like, I'm Rat Monster, I'm your boy, or whatever. But J-Hope, you know, is like, I'm your hope, your angel, J-Hope, or whatever. Oh gosh. J-Hope, actually, a little thing about J-Hope. He was my bias in the beginning of BTS, and Jin kind of was just there for me, like, not for me, but like in the band, he was just kind of there. Like, I just didn't really know a lot about him, and it was just like, I know who you are, but I don't know who you are. But J-Hope was my bias, and then just recently, I think in December, before December, around that time of area, I switched over to Jin. Jin is now obviously my bias because I have his banner, but so J-Hope was a really big bias ruiner. Because Jin was a bias ruiner at first, but yeah, J-Hope, I could not stop watching him. He was just so fun and cute. But anyways, Jimin's intro, oh god, he's like, when I say Jin, you say Min, Jimin. Everyone like chants his back, and he did it like 3 times and like said probably hello and thank you for coming or something. I really don't remember, but I just remember the chant. I think my favorite intro was V's, because he's like, hello, Chicago, or something, and says, and then everyone shouts V for him, and And then he goes, "Hi." I thought that was the greatest intro I've ever seen him do it ever. Like, I freaked out after that. It was so cute though. But after that, I really have no idea which songs were next because I was so busy with staring at them and just, starstruck. So now I'm just kind of go down from what I remember. And at some point in the concert, again, I don't remember what song, but Jin gets on top of Jimin's shoulders. And I'm like, how is that possible? And like, because he's got broad shoulders, He gets on top of Jimin's shoulders. I'm like, Jimin's so small. And Kaylee's just like, yeah, but he's really strong. And I don't know. So I thought that was the funniest thing I saw Jin. Actually, Jin, I have no idea what he was doing in the beginning of the concert because he was really spaced out and just kind of like, We read BTS's profile the other day, just kind of doing whatever, and it said that he's kind of shy, and I was like, okay, now I can understand why he was kind of reserved and like quiet and just kind of spacey, because he might have been a little nervous, possibly. I mean, obviously, he's been out at concerts, but you never know. Like, you can be nervous for certain things, whatever. So he was just kind of like, or whatever. But part of me believes that he read my sign, the Mario sign, because he kept looking over in our direction. So I was just like, notice me, senpai. I just like to think that, so he could be looking at the wall for all I know, but who cares. They did Embarrassed, which, if you don't know that song, they have a practice video for it, or if you've seen their live performance of it, I don't know. I don't think they have an actual music video for it, so Embarrassed is where they do like the bed thing with Jungkook in the bed and all that stuff. Kaylee mentions at some point that they're wearing Converse. I'm like, I can't see their feet because I'm really short and there are tons of people in front of me, so I'm like, I want to see Jin in Converse. So eventually Jin gets on the bed, he kicks his foot up, and like the split second I get to see the Converse on his feet, and I was like, thank you, Lord. But I just think Converse are really cute on people, so I was really happy that I was really happy he kicked his foot up, so I told Kaylee, and she kind of laughed at me. At some point during the song, here's the stage, they were over here, and this is us, or whatever, so they're over here, and towards us. Jin had made like a little kissy face, because like, I don't know if that's a part of the dance, or he just wanted to do it. And Jimin like dragged him over towards the front of the stage, was pointing at someone. So I was like, don't do that, please. So after Embarrassed, they did Haruman. Oh, this song is so cute, and I love this song so much. So Jin had a rose, and of course, in like, for his section of the song, he's like holding it and like, here you go, whatever. Well, after his solo, he just was like kind of like stretching it out to the audience. So I was just like, don't give it to anyone because I'll die. He didn't do that, I guess. So after Haruman, I can't remember what the song was, but I think they were all sitting in the chairs, and he was using it as like a little baton to like go with the beat. And at one point he's like boom, boom, and then it snaps in half. Like, I don't know what kind of, it's probably plastic, but somehow it just like limps over, and he's just kind of like, oh, okay, and he just breaks off the stem and like throws it back and just starts doing it again. I thought that was the greatest thing I saw from him. Later on, apparently Jimin had given it to someone, like in the audience, obviously, but like, I was like, what? And Kaylee had pointed out that when he was doing this, he like stepped over this little gate thing that they had in front of it, except for it really wasn't a gate, but like they were like spikes that weren't pokey, they were like flat, I guess. So he stepped over that and was handing it to someone, and she was like, Jimin, do not fall, no one grab him. She was like really worried for him, so I thought that was funny, and like, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that, but I think I was too busy staring at Jin the whole time. And I had said this to someone, I was like, it kind of sucks having a bias in like any group, because like if you were to see them live like we did, you kind of like focus on your bias pretty much the whole time, because like who's not gonna do that? And then like you kind of don't pay attention to the whole concert, you don't really pay attention to other members, and you're just like, well, fuck, I should have been paying attention more. But I did that a couple times. When the main vocal line were off stage and the rap line were rapping, I enjoyed, like, I got to see more of them, and not Jin, but it was really good. Earlier I was like, oh, I forgot to write that down. They sang, oh god, what's the song? Girl, let me know. They sang Let Me Know. And the setup, the voices, and fucking everything was amazing. So they were all standing, like, there was like 3 tiers or levels. So there were 3 members at top, and then the 4 members on the bottom. I think the rap line was on the top tier, so it's like Suga, Rap Monster, and J-Hope. Oh god. I thought they did such a good job with the song, the whole concert, but when they sang, like they had like little smoke things go up behind them at just random times, I guess, but it had the spotlight hit them when they were singing or rapping, and I'm like melting because this was like my favorite song ever, and they just did a great job with it. Like an hour had like passed, and obviously when you're having fun, time does not exist. So it's just like that. And so the rap line had to go change, and I'm like checking my watch, and it's 10:15. No, not 10:15. Excuse me, 9:15, because concert started at 8. I'm like, it's been an hour and 15 minutes already. Like, what? Before they did Embarrassed, J-Hope was like, it's very hot here. And we're all like freaking out, because he's speaking English and whatever. And he freaking like, he's like, so you gotta take some layers off, or I don't know exactly what he said, but I hope he didn't say we'll take our clothes off, Everyone was like freaking out because they were taking their jackets off. Maybe War of Hormone? They did this intro thing. I don't even want to say it in Korean because I have no idea what it is. But like they did those little chants where it's Jungkook, Rap Monster, and Suga. Before they did that intro thing, Rap Monster's like, but first we gotta put our jackets on. So they put their jackets on, and Rap Monster's like, oh, mine's a little small. And he's like, I'm just kidding. But it was kind of small on him because like he's got long arms, so the jacket went up to like here on him or something. They started War Hormone, but they were waiting for the other members. They just kind of like were doing the bump 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 thing, and then all I see is from like the left side of the stage is Jin like jumping onto the stage doing his little thing. I was like, what are you doing? But it was great seeing them having so much fun. Like Namjoon's energy, if we're on a scale of 1 to 10, he'd be at 50 or probably 1,000. I don't know. He looked like he was having so much fun, and he just couldn't get enough of Chicago and this concert pretty much, but he looked like he was having a blast, and I was so happy for him. At one point, oh god, they changed clothes, and they were wearing white, black, and red. Jin was wearing like a white blazer, and like one side of the blazer was like black, not the whole side, but like the little collar thing, was black, and I was like admiring him, and he's got like black pants and I don't know what shoes. All I could think for most of the members, but I was just like, thighs. Like this whole concert, thighs. They were saying goodbye, and we're all getting sad and whatever. They're like Jungkook and Suga and all of them. No, okay, so I don't remember. I'm so sorry, Suga. I don't remember what you did, but I'm sure it was cute. But Jungkook was kind of standing there, and he's got his microphone, he's got arms crossed, and he's like, "Thank you, Chicago," or something like that. I just freaked out because it was so cute, and it's just the way he was standing. Like he was just like, "Thank you," or whatever. But Jin, oh gosh, he's getting ready to talk, and everyone's freaking out and screaming, and he's like, "Shh." He tells everyone to be quiet, and Kaylee's just like, he's such a dad, and even though he's the Oma of the group, like, thank you, and I love Chicago or something, and he's like, I love the food, and I love your pizza. It's thick and delicious. I could not get over that because he loves junk food and he's just a goofball. But it was so cute. Of course, Rat Monster's English is like amazing. I'm sure he said, goodbye and thank you for watching, and they all leave the stage just like, I think they just left the stage like nonchalant, and we're just like, what? Oh, and Jimin's little goodbye was like, every time he said Chicago, he's like, Chicago. The way he said Chicago was so cute. And oh, J-Hope. Sorry, I forgot to mention J-Hope's chorus. Thank you. Obviously, all the members said thank you. Army, saranghae. And he does this little heart thing and like jumps around the stage or whatever. And all the members are just like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, he taught us how to say I like you in Korean. He's like, so when I say it, you copy it. He didn't know the word repeat, so I was like, repeat it. But he's just like, 좋아합니다. Oh, we all shouted it, and I think they all just nonchalantly like walked off the stage and were like shouting BTS, BTS, and then they did their encore, and they changed into like white shirts with like the 06 on it, and I think 13 was on the back. I don't remember. Jin, like I said earlier, he was kind of like off at the beginning, but then he really got into the concert, and he looked like he was having so much fun. And when he was on Jimin's shoulders, he had this bright smile on his face. I'm like, oh look, he's having so much fun now. I think it was during Haruman. He was like looking this way, which was our direction. He was looking over there, and I could just see his face. I was like, I died. Like, oh my gosh. And someone had mentioned that Jimin and Jin are like even better looking in person, but I'm like, I think they're all better looking in person, because like I was looking at all their faces, I'm just like, they're all so gorgeous. V, I think, was top, the cutest member probably in this whole concert, because or when they did their encore, he wore a red snapback, and it looked so cute, and Kaylee's like, look at his ears, because it made him look like kind of like a monkey pretty much, but it was so cute. When they did their encore, I think they did I Need You. They did Dope. I remember them doing Dope. Probably a couple other songs that I didn't know for some reason, I don't know why, but they did a couple other songs. I think that's pretty much it from what I remember the concert, but I just can tell you that they did a freaking awesome job with this. For all the New York people who went to BTS New York, I'm really sorry what happened. We just need to protect ARMY, protect BTS, everyone in BTS. Just kind of look out for everyone, but I'm really sorry what happened. So yeah, that's pretty much it. They did have an outro video. Oh, they did a little like a memorial type thing for BTS, where they were like during their trainee days, I guess, and like their auditions and just their fetus look. We all like were kind of getting upset, and we're like, oh, they're so cute. So when the concert ended, everything was so muffled. It's still muffled in this ear. I could not talk. I looked at Kaylee. I'm like, can you hear me? She felt the same way, but we just had so much fun. When we left the venue, we met some other people, because she was wearing Mickey Mouse ears that had Jin on it and a little heart on the other ear. So I said, I really like your ears. And she said that she made her friends, which was Jimin's. She asked us a question about the banners, so we were just kind of chatting or whatever. We took a picture outside of the Rosemont Theater. We had so much fun, and I'm hoping I remember some other stuff about the concert. We were all walking back to the hotel, and we were walking with this huge group of people. Someone was playing the music out loud, but I think they were in the car. Some people were singing, and then Kaylee and I kept singing the song. We were pretty loud. I remember before the concert, when we were outside in line, someone was singing Backstreet Boys. And they stopped singing, and I looked back, and I was like, keep singing, I'm listening. And we just kind of laughed, but we just talked about random shit. Not even about K-pop, it was random stuff. But it was so fun seeing a lot of other people that liked K-pop in general. It was just, someone even, like, cosplayed as Namjoon. Like, his white hair, like, mohawky type of hair, and his boy in love outfit or something. It was so great. Kaylee was like freaking out. She's like, I need to tell that person I love them because they're dressed like Namjoon. After the first two songs, like I said, I knew I was not gonna have a voice the next day. They just did a really good job. And there's a girl on Vine. Her name is, or best friend Lacey, I think is her Vine name. She actually went to the concert, which I was like, I forgot that she also liked BTS. I'm like, did she go to the concert? So she had posted something about the concert, and I was like, well, fuck, man, like, I didn't know you were going, you know. But she was in, I don't know, I think she was in the orchestra pit or somewhere near that area, but she got a VIP plus. She got to meet them. She wrote a whole post about it, and she freaking, like, she essentially met them twice. So the first time was at the concert, and then when she went back to her hotel, which I'm pretty sure, I think we were in the same one, she had said she went to the gas station to get water, and because, like, I'm pretty sure every floor of that hotel was out of water. But she went to the gas station, which I don't even know how close a gas station that must be, because Chicago kind of scares me at night. She came back, and she said that she saw them. Again, I was like, what luck you have. So she said she, like, did a 90-degree bow to them, and, like, she told them to have safe drive back. And apparently BTS went swimming at like 2:30 in the morning or something. So I'm just like, Kaylee, what if we had forgotten something in the fitness room? Because the fitness room's 24 hours. And I'm like, what if we forgot something and we had to go get it? And we just saw them, like, in the pool, like, oops. You know, like, what if that happened? I don't know. I bet they had, like, security at the doors or something. We also met some people at the hotel. The guy, there was a guy, and he and his friends had gone, but, like, he was the only one who got a ticket to go. And I don't know why everyone else went, but, like, somehow they knew the choreographer for BTS or something, so they came to support them, I guess. So they were in the pool area while we were there. Well, they were in the workout room, but Kaylee saw his hat, which had Jimin on the back, and she's like, I love your Jimin hat! And he's like, who's your bias? And she's like, Rat Monster, and there was a little boy there, and he's like, I like V! And he was so cute, and it was just, like I said, it was interesting to meet other ARMY people, so. We were out and about in Chicago after the planetarium. We had to walk back to the car, and we saw someone with a BTS jersey on, and it had J-Hope on the back, and Kaylee just goes, enjoy the concert, or whatever. I was like, what are you doing? But I looked back and noticed that J-Hope, and I'm like, I think a lot of people were there that were J-Hope stans, and Jimin just stans, but cause I think Jimin got the biggest applause. I don't know, that's just my opinion, but I think everyone had a great time. At the end of the outro video, it said, to be continued, episode 3, and I just realized that because it said trilogy, because I forgot, I don't think there was an episode 1 in America. I just think it might have been in Korea. I'm not really sure, or just Asia in general. If you know, you can tell me. I don't know. I'm just really hoping episode 3 is in America so I can go again. We've already planned it. We're like, okay, if they go to Chicago, we're going, and trying to figure out who's gonna take us. It gives us a year to save up a shit ton of money, because I blew half my paycheck on freaking clothes for the trip. I'm like, why did I do that? Because we couldn't do a lot in Chicago because we went to the planetarium, which was kind of a waste because couldn't do a lot besides just look at things, you know. If you're in army, you can be like, hey, we'll go next year, you know. Like, it'd be interesting to go with other people, like, be like, meet up here, you know, hang out, talk about BTS or any K-pop in general. I mean, I just love K-pop so much, it makes me happy. I even told Kaylee, I'm like, if we had met them, I would have told Namjoon that the BTS makes people happy. Like, they make a lot of people happy, and she wanted to tell him that we love him and whatever, you know. That was my experience with not only Chicago, because I've been there before, like once, for my senior trip, and I had a blast. I just wish we had only been there longer, because we were literally there for 2 days. We left Thursday, got there at 3:45, had dinner. Friday was the concert, did the planetarium. Saturday we left, had breakfast. We actually made Build-A-Bears. I will show you my Build-A-Bear. And of course, I made Jin. This is his certificate of birth, you know. What it looks like. We did this in Chicago, so it's special. So I told Kaylee, I want to make it a tradition to make Build-A-Bears of our biases every time we go to a concert. So it's not like we just make a random Build-A-Bear like tomorrow, you know, for our GOT7 bias or something. But so I wanted to make it tradition that we do this, and she wants to make towels as well, because we didn't have those banners yet, and we're like, we should make banners a tradition as well. So I agreed to that, because we never made our banner for stupid BTS, but like, we'll make it eventually. It's the thing. So this is my bear, Jin. He doesn't have any clothes yet because I couldn't afford it. If you're an army, tell me if you went to the concert. If the 5 people that watch this, tell me your experience. Thank you for watching, and I really hope if you went to the concert, I hope you had a fun time. Any concerts, Dallas, New York, LA. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for watching my video.